Do you want to know what a healthy relationship looks like? Well, today in this video, I'm going to talk about healthy relationships and toxic relationships and the traits that go with each. What a toxic relationship looks like, and also what a healthy relationship can be and what it can do for you. Hi, I'm Heidi Lynn, and welcome to Harnessing Life. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you can get notified when I upload new videos every Monday. First, I want to say that relationships are the essence of our life experience. Relationships are not just for couples. We have relationships in all aspects of our life. Parents, spouse, friends, sibling, children. These relationships can be healthy or unhealthy. The most important healthy relationship you need is a relationship with yourself, because it can impact every aspect of your life. Just like an unhealthy relationship can negatively impact every aspect of your life, a healthy relationship can positively impact every aspect of your life. We're going to start with an unhealthy relationship, a toxic relationship. When you don't get along with people, that doesn't make it a toxic relationship. A toxic relationship is one in which one person holds control over another person in the relationship. They try to control the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you act. Some ways in which a toxic relationship exhibits itself is manipulation. They can be very controlling, even subtly. They'll insult, belittle, demean, and they'll keep doing that until you lose control, and then the way in which you lose control, they'll take that, whatever you did, and use that against you so they can blame you for whatever is going on in the relationship or whatever is not going right in the relationship. In fact, they'll blame anyone. They'll blame anyone but themselves. They have conditional love, so their love comes and goes. If you're doing what they want, they can be wonderful and fantastic. The moment you stand up to them, or do something they don't like, or the moment they feel like they lose control in the relationship, their love is gone, because it wasn't love. But what they call love is gone. If you've been there, type NARC in the comments below. They will not own their problems, and they will not accept who they are. They don't see the truth of who they are and how it affects those around them. They also try to change who you are. They strip away your self-esteem so that you are constantly questioning your own reality, constantly questioning who you are, and questioning if you are even capable of surviving the world without them. Because they'll tell you, you can't live without me. You need me. When really, you are perfectly fine without them. You are a human being, and you are just as capable as anyone else out there in this big wide world. But a narcissist or a toxic person will exert their best efforts to put you down and put themselves on a pedestal so they can keep using you and abusing you. If you know what I'm talking about, type NARC in the comments below. They are expert liars. In fact, they lie so much sometimes their lies have lies. They also demand love but won't return love. They'll say things like, "You never loved me," when really they never even loved you. They'll do something and then blame you. They'll project their actions onto you as if you were the one that did the thing that they did. They're emotionally abusive. They may minimize or victimize your pain and hurt, or ignore it altogether. Minimizing your pain and hurt means that if you are really struggling with something or crying, they may outright laugh at you. They may say things like, "That's nothing to cry about." Or say something like, "You're making it such a big deal. It's not even a big deal. It's nothing you should even be concerned about. It's not your issue." Or if it's something that really is a problem and you're really upset about it, they might even minimize it by saying, "That's not even a problem. You're the problem because you're upset about it. You shouldn't even be upset about something like that. That's so dumb. It's not even a big deal. It's you. You're the problem." They'll break your trust. They'll betray you without remorse. They might feel guilty if they get caught, but if they're not getting caught, they'll just keep doing whatever they're doing. And they also gossip and backbite. Now, with covert narcissists or toxic people who like to do things on the sly, they may subtly manipulate you by using other people to do their bidding. We call those flying monkeys. So they will go to someone else, a friend or a family member, and will say something like, I really wanted to speak to so-and-so about this topic, but I just don't think they'll understand it coming from me. I think that they'll much better understand it coming from you. They really need to do this and this and this because they've been doing these things. Most likely these are lies. And I don't know how to handle that, but I know that you are such a great person. You know how to handle it efficiently, or whatever words they use to coerce this person to talk to you. So then that person comes to talk to you, and then you're getting it from the narcissist and from somebody else, and you think, oh, maybe it is me. Maybe I'm getting it from multiple sources here. Multiple people are coming to tell me that I have an issue. Maybe it really is me. But it's not. It's all coming from the narcissist. They're just using other people to manipulate you so they can so that they can be in control of the relationship and of you. Now, what a healthy relationship looks like would be authentic. There would be appropriate boundaries. One example of a healthy boundary is when one person in the relationship says no, the other one respects that, and vice versa. There would be sincere compliments, and there would be mutual respect. There would be genuine love and concern. Both people in the relationship would be accountable for their mistakes, and they would be able to work through them. If they make a mistake, they would talk about it in a healthy way and move forward. So if there was a mistake that happened in the relationship, the two people would talk about it and come up with a solution. They'd work together to find a solution, and they would move forward. And sometimes these tough conversations need to happen. Conflict, in and of itself, is not a bad thing. It's a healthy thing for healthy relationships. That's one way in which the healthy relationship can grow. However, when there's too much conflict, and the conflict is always blamed on one person, that can be a problem. In a healthy relationship, you would accept and support one another. There would be honesty, and you would choose to love each other. Love is a choice, and when you intentionally choose to love someone, then you are intentionally doing things to build that relationship. In an unhealthy relationship, it's typical that one side would love the other and the other side would abuse. There's only one side to abuse. There's no two sides. You would both be responsible for how you feel instead of blaming the other person for feeling a certain way. You would be responsible for your own feelings. And you would be emotionally mature, or working towards becoming emotionally mature. You would empathize with the other person and vice versa. That empathy is key because when you don't have that empathy, the relationship can become toxic real fast. There would also be trust. You and the other person would be trustworthy. That is what makes a healthy relationship feel safe, because there's trust. There would also be appropriate friendship relationships outside of an intimate relationship. Your friendship relationships have appropriate boundaries when your intimate relationship is healthy. In an unhealthy relationship, there would be isolation from family and friends by making you feel guilty for going out or guilty for not allowing your partner to go out enough, even if they are always the ones who go out. Also, you would communicate freely. But from a healthy relationship standpoint, you would both be doing all of these things together. If these are things that you want in your life and in your relationships, type healthy in the comments below. Also, check out the link in the description below. I have a document that I put together that talks about narcissistic communication and healthy communication, and it also lists the traits that I went over today. Download that document and take a look at the healthy relationship column and take notes and write what you want to improve in your relationships and what you would like in your life. And then make some goals. Let's move forward together. If you have other things that have worked in your relationships that have been healthy, comment below. Tell us about them. I'd love for this to be a resource for anyone who's looking to improve their relationships. I hope you like this video, and I hope you share with your family and friends. Until next time, bye.